I think that you first need to know who your audience is. Who is it that you're trying to connect and make aware of the event experience? The Miami Jewish Film Festival is a completely different demographic than the Popcorn Frights Film Festival. So the approach that we would take with that particular target audience would be totally different than one that we would take with this much younger college age demographic. Miami Jewish Film Festival, I looked at box office numbers and I studied population, regional population of attendees. And I recognized what were the areas within our community where we had the most attendees and which areas we didn't. So North Dade clearly was the most dense Jewish and Israeli population. Therefore, we had the largest attendees from there. Miami Beach, less so. South Dade, even less so. And then we looked at age range. Who are these attendees? And once you have a sense of age range, and when you get to know your audience, you'll see that for yourself. You'll know what are the channels with which you can effectively communicate with them. Our age range was much higher, very high when I inherited this festival, and I knew that email and snail mail would be the most impactful means of marketing. So we invested in those arenas and attempted very lightly other forms of marketing. And that was really effective on one hand. Secondly, audience development. It's not enough to just simply reach out to your current audience base, which is really important. It is important to communicate to your current attendees, your faithful attendees, an event that's upcoming. But you also need to grow an audience, make others aware who are not aware of the event that you're doing. I find that the best and most effective way to do that is through partnership. Work with other organizations that share a message, that perhaps connect with you on a core value, and bring their audience together with yours. And we did that year-round, quite extensively. And we allowed a lot of communities to discover this festival through that, the first 2 years. I also believe that, if you really build something very special, an experience that people really want to be a part of, people will come. You can't hide it. People want to see it, even if you don't market it. If you do market it, there's going to be even a bigger wave of interest. So we also were trying to make sure that every film, those early years during my leadership, were the very best of the very best. And they were so good that they went on to even win Academy Awards, Golden Globe nominations, Cannes Film Festival accolades, critical acclaim. This was the quality of content. And people have an interest to experience the finest films, the finest arts. And they came. We had record attendees each year the last 5 years for a reason. It doesn't just happen. It's because there's a promise that people know will be fulfilled. At Popcorn Frights, you kind of will have to learn again how to play, how to be curious, how to just kind of age backwards and remind yourself what it meant to be a student. What was it that interested you, and how did you wake up, go by your day, and go to bed when you were young? So we geared a lot of our promotions through social media. Nobody read any emails. We collected emails fanatically. Nobody read a single one of those emails. They responded to social media. That grew incredibly exponentially. And almost through the sole means of social media, we were selling out screenings. So snail mail wouldn't work there. Emails didn't work there. Social media. For Miami Jewish, Social media, completely irrelevant. Snail mail, and email. Behind all of that, partnerships with other like-minded organizations, or even very distinct, unique, but continued effort to find new audiences through organizations that had established audiences. And also creating a great tie and a trust with media. Media is so important here too, because they have a readership, they have followings. Thousands upon thousands of people in our community read online or print, or even broadcast or radio. So you need to have the right content, the right pitch, the right story, the right experience that they would be excited about. Enormously challenging, because the media landscape is just shifting and in many respects corroding too. There's less and less of it, less and less opportunities. So the pitch that you're giving, the event experience that you're providing has to be stunning and has to work on multi-levels. You're not just simply pitching a story about a Jewish film festival anymore. There have to be crossover appeal opportunities too.